Discover Orlando's first ever beach paradise at Evermore Resort, a brand new vacation destination designed for families of all sizes, right next to Walt Disney World. Evermore Orlando Resort is now open. Book your stay today at evermoreresort.com.
Grandma, can I have the chocolate chips?
This secret recipe moment made possible by Emory Heart and Vascular Center. When Grandma needed heart care, she came to Emory. The difference? Emory Healthcare performs more heart procedures annually than anyone else in Georgia, which means better outcomes for our patients. And we offer advanced and personalized treatments developed by our top specialists that others don't. Like Grandma knows, where you start your heart care matters. Smart Cookie. EmoryHealthcare.org/smartcookie.
What if you could have a career where the opportunities are as vast as our nation, where it's not about mission statements, but a shared mission? At U.S. Customs and Border Protection, we go beyond to protect more than borders, from ship to shore, air to ground, cities to local communities. CBP agents and officers are keeping people safe. Join U.S. Customs and Border Protection and go beyond for something far greater than yourself. Learn more at cbp.gov/careers.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Free Chat with Gamers. I'm your host Colin, here with Ashton.
Hey guys, how you doing this week?
Alright, got a couple left over from last week. Been a few new big ones, so we're gonna go ahead and hop right into it. Games for March. I don't know. It's late.
That's right. Alright, yeah. We have Warhammer 40k Bolt Gun, console, cloud, and PC, March 5th. Like I said, this is from last week, so all these are pretty much out at this point, except maybe for the last few. Paw Patrol World, console, cloud, and PC, March 7th. SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated, March 12th. Control Ultimate Edition, March 13th. No More Heroes 3, March 14th. Lightyear Frontier, March 19th, and that one is day one early access launch. MLB The Show 24, March 19th. Diablo 4, March 28th. And Open Roads, March 28th, day one launch. And all of those, except for MLB The Show, are available for console, cloud, and PC. MLB is just for console.
Yeah, MLB The Show, is it still, obviously, I know 23 was a PlayStation exclusive that came over. I'm guessing 24 is the same situation.
Yeah, it's made by PlayStation Studios and ported to the Switch and Xbox.
Obviously, the big game for us is the Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated.
For sure. Good game.
Yeah, it is. Did you ever beat it?
No, I came close. I just stopped playing it though. I need to get back into it.
Yeah, I haven't beat the Switch version. I beat the GameCube version finally after 20 years, it seemed like.
Yeah, I was like, man, I beat Super Mario Sunshine 18 years after it came out. So.
Rough as a kid trying to figure out how to do all that stuff.
Well, yeah, because we wasn't exactly sure how many shine sprites or anything you needed, and so we just going, and then we found out how many you needed, and then that was it. And we had to figure. We didn't know that, it had to do with Shadow Mario beating him on every single world either. We thought it just had to do with shine sprites, so we had to, it was figuring. Internet wasn't like it is now.
That's for sure. And then Lightyear Frontier. Lightyear Frontier. At first, I thought it was going to be like one of those, because I just fought Buzz Lightyear.
That's what instantly. I thought too.
And then I got looking into it. I was like, oh, this one actually looks like a pretty decent game.
So it's not Buzz Lightyear.
No, it's like a legit, not going to quite say like a Starfield thing, because it's not even able to be played until I think a day or two after this releases.
Yeah.
But what I was looking into it's definitely not a Disney game.
Nice.
Well, it's like a Starfield situation, but not quite as in depth. Like an indie version of Starfield, I would say.
Nice. Yeah, it might be worth checking out.
Alright. Sticking with Xbox, the partner showcase happened last week.
Yeah, so I just have everything that was announced. I'm not going to go in too much description because, like I said, it's last week. You probably may have already heard, but in case you haven't, we're going to go over it. Unknown 9 Awakening, Slate of Hand, The Altars, Creatures of Ava, Griefville Survive the Nightmare, X Chucky. So Chucky's coming back into a game. I figured that'd be something like with a Dead by Daylight crossover somehow.
That's what I thought would happen with it. I didn't think it would get a Roblox situation.
Yeah, like that's weird. Roblox, Chucky. I mean, kids probably don't even know who Chucky is.
They got a couple. I mean, I think the most recent adaptation of it was 2019 or 2020.
Yeah, but do kids watch it? I mean, we did, I guess. So. Maybe.
Good point.
Yeah. The Sinking City 2. Final Fantasy 16 online on Xbox. Stalker Legends of the Zone Trilogy. Monster Jam Showdown. Persona 3 Reload Episode Aegis. The First Berserker Kazan. My favorite out of this would probably be Monster Jam Showdown, honestly, because when I was younger, and I know you had played it too, like on the PS2, we had some Monster Jam games that were really fun. You had, I think, one for the Wii.
I believe so. Well, Colby did.
Yeah, and then me and you, I remember in your mom and dad's room, we played one on an N64 a long, long time ago.
I believe so.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called, but when they had the N64 in there, we played it. But my favorite one's definitely on the PS2. I can't remember exactly what it's called. I think it's just Monster Jam, maybe. But most of them are pretty good games. Some of them suck, but most of them are pretty good.
I mean, kind of hard to go wrong with racing games, and
right.
Once you have the right concept down, especially in a Monster Jam situation, it's kind of hard to go wrong with monster trucks and the branded version of them, anyways.
Yeah, definitely.
And I believe a couple more that got announced on there was Frostpunk 2, which I never heard of the first one, but It looked pretty decent gameplay wise. It was like a Civilization style game. Not really my cup of tea, but I'm sure some people like Civilization. And Kunitsu Gami Path of the Goddess was the final one, I believe, that got announced on there.
Yeah, I missed those. And then Tales of Kazura too. Kinzura.
Okay, I had missed a couple of the Game Pass ones you had.
I mean, you get these lists from different sources, and they miss them or whatever. So it's hard to tell unless you watch it yourself. Which I didn't.
I didn't say I got all mine. I got my list breakdown was from the partner showcase itself.
Okay, so mine, I don't even know where I got it. I have the source in the description, but I don't want to go look at it.
Yeah,
at least that was from last week. I don't remember.
In Creatures of Ava, it looked like a. I hate to say this now because Palworld is pretty much a comparison of, Pokemon, but definitely like art style wise, down to the T. It's like it looks like a crossover in between like Fortnite and Palworld, just like animation wise.
I did see that. Creatures of Ava. I do have the description. I'll just read it for that one because it does sound like Palworld or Pokemon kind of. See, Creatures of Ava shows us alien-looking animals following a girl playing the flute dressed like an explorer. We see her engage in photography and get help from friendly creatures to traverse the land, eventually reaching a lively town, all before showing us a bit of action as she does battle with seemingly corrupted beasties. The game released in 2024. So yeah, it just sounds like Palworld or Pokemon. More like, I guess, Palworld, because it. Well, I guess it could be either one, but
Yeah. Only difference is I didn't see any, balls of any sort being used in the trailer.
yeah, and then it doesn't say anything about like survival, like Palworld or anything.
Going back to that Chucky thing, though, that's still just very unassuming.
It's
to
weird
me.
that like Roblox, that'd be the last thing you would think would have a crossover with Chucky.
Yeah. I never got into Roblox. Colby played it, I think, growing
I've watched
up.
Rylan play it. Is it?
Yeah. It's like I said, to me, it's just too much of a kid game, like mentally for me.
Right.
Where I'm just like, oh, okay, the design is just as simple as it gets. Like, it reminds me too much of Minecraft because I never really got into that either.
Same.
And I'm just like, oh, okay. Then all of a sudden, like I said, I get a Chucky crossover, which I guess there is adults and, adult streamers that play it, make a good living from it.
Yeah.
But still, it's just like, oh, okay, I think of this as a kid's game and, Chucky's in it. But like you said, it's not like we didn't watch it as kids.
Yeah. I mean, should we have? No, but we did. We watched all of them.
Then, of course, it just seems like Persona getting love from every which direction there is.
Definitely a popular franchise. And I think Persona 3 is newer than the Persona 5s that came out, we mentioned a couple months ago. So that series is all over the place. I mean, I'm sure the fan base understands, but to me, 3 is older than 5, so I don't understand how they do it.
And then another thing with that game series is too, how can you have 5 or 6 different titles underneath the same number?
Same number, yeah. I don't know.
Like, I know we mentioned Persona 3 Reloaded I don't know how many times, and that's another one. I mean, that is Persona 3 Reloaded expansion is what that trailer was. So, right. I mean, you got Reloaded, you got the original Persona 3, then I believe 2 or 3 more after that. I'm just like, okay, what is this? What is this?
Unless they just do parts, it's like it's 3 1/4, 3 1/2, 3 3/4, and then finally you get the 4. I don't know.
Got that, but why not take like a Kingdom Hearts situation and then just do like a legit like 1.5, 2.5?
I don't know. They want to be complicated, I guess.
It's true. For sure. Alright. On to this week's. There's a free Steam game. Well, I mean, there's multiple free Steam games. It's just finding them. But the main one that's highlighted is up until the 20th.
Yep. Steam users can claim a free Steam key for Wamba Warriors in Fanatical's spring sale until March 20th. Wamba Warriors is a unique 2D fighting game with swing-based mechanics and humor. Grab the free game by subscribing to the Fanatical newsletter and linking a Steam account. I don't know anything about the game. I just know it's free.
Yeah, I was going to say I was going to go live on it, but it's not really even... Like I said, what I've seen of it online, it just seemed like a very basic game. It didn't seem like it was anything, worth download. Like, it's a newer Games for Gold situation. I air quoted for people that, don't watch this and mainly listen, but it's just one of those games where I'm just like, okay, it might be a diamond in the rough, but, at the same time, it is free, and, in typical Steam fashion, it is an indie game.
I mean, there's always somebody out there that will enjoy it, but... I mean, maybe if I played it, but to me, it doesn't sound... I mean, the title just doesn't make me want to look it up.
Wamba Warriors.
Wamba.
Screw it, I'm going live.
Okay.
Wamba, my bad.
Wamba Warriors.
Alright. It looks like a 8-bit style horror fighting game.
Huh.
So, from what I'm looking at online right now, it looks like a little bit better graphics than the Stickman game we used to play.
Oh, Predator Wars? No, that wasn't Predator Wars, was it?
Stick Wars or
Territory
whatever.
Wars. No.
Territory Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like a 8-bit flash game situation.
Oh, that game was so much fun. Territory. Chuck Norris
And
was
it
the
worked
boss
check
at the
out
end.
there, especially if you can play it multiplayer.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that game was so much fun. Forgot about that game.
I'm glad I went live right there because that's definitely what it looks like is a Territory Wars situation.
I wonder if you can still even play that. I'm sure you can somewhere, but
I think Anticon's still up.
yeah, maybe. I don't know.
It's just I haven't gone looking for it for a hot minute.
I know a lot of games you can't play anymore, especially since Miniclip shut down.
I didn't even know Miniclip shut down.
We covered it like a year ago.
That's been too long. I barely remember what I had for lunch today.
Yeah, I know.
Alright. Palworld is set to get its first raid boss and boss pal are revealed in the most recent developer talk.
Yeah, so Palworld developer Pocket Pair has revealed details of first raid, Bellinor, with new evil pal to challenge players in Palpagos Islands. Upcoming Palworld raid may be similar to World of Warcraft raids, requiring players to band together to defeat new boss Bellinor. Pocket Pair has provided a few details about the game's first raid, which is currently only announced to be coming soon. Called Bellinor after a new critter that players will be taking down, the raid takes place in Palpagos Islands, where the powerful evil pal is laying siege. The announcement specifies that only the most skilled pal tamers should attempt to take on Bellinor, but no doubt all Palworld players will be eager to check out the raid as soon as it drops. I'll check it out. I'm not very good, but I'll check it out.
Me too.
Might get killed, but
we have a whole community behind us that decided to get Palworld.
yeah, I mean,
We'll play with you guys.
Yeah, we will. I'm just waiting for them to make Steam and Xbox crossplay, but
yeah. I think they mentioned that they might be coming out for consoles too. I didn't throw that into a thing because I knew I could just mention it like this, but they're planning on bringing it to PlayStation as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's good for the gaming community, but I think Xbox was trying to keep it on their console and PC. But I get it for Pocket Pair. They're a smaller company. They're not backed by a huge company like Microsoft or PlayStation or Nintendo. Yeah. So like they gotta do what they gotta do to make some money. So, and PlayStation players deserve to play that game because it is a very good game. So if I was only had a PlayStation, didn't have a PC or Xbox, I'd be upset if I couldn't play that game too. So, absolutely. Hey guys, this episode is brought to you by our friends at Bucked Up.
Bucked Up is a company founded in 2016 by two brothers on a mission to provide consumers with the highest quality supplements and fitness products to help them achieve their health and fitness goals.
Bucked Up has a ton of products ranging from energy drinks and supplements to protein bars and pre-workout, all with crazy good flavors like Rocket Pop and Cotton Candy.
You won't find a better tasting boost without the crash anywhere else.
So head on over to buckedup.com and use the code 3TG to get 20% off your order. That's the number 3TG.
Get the job done and feel great with Bucked Up Energy. When you feel it, you just got bucked up.
We are very pleased to announce our super new sponsor, Marvel Strike Force. Marvel Strike Force is a mobile squad RPG that allows you to battle with your favorite team of superheroes and supervillains in a fight to save the universe against threats like Doctor Doom and Apocalypse.
Your goal is to power up your favorite characters to complete missions, unlock gear and other resources, and beat other players in PvP modes such as Alliance Wars and Arena.
New ways to battle with your roster are released regularly, and the meta is always evolving along with campaigns, Blitz, and Arena. There's also Alliance War, a massive weekly Alliance battle, raids, and Cosmic Crucible, where you go head-to-head against other players in a tournament.
Marvel Strike Force are enjoying their 6-year anniversary. You know what that means. Free stuff.
just for signing up via our unique link in the description. The anniversary consists of weekly events and bonuses. If you complete each event, you can receive special rewards and skins.
Make sure to log in each day and each week to take advantage of all the new characters that are being released specifically for this event. This will be Marvel Strike Force's most generous event to date, so don't miss out.
We have received a unique promo code for every new user. Please follow our link in the description and use the promo code MAXPOOL.
Once again, thank you so much to Marvel Strike Force for sponsoring today's episode.
Discover Orlando's first ever beach paradise at Evermore Resort, a completely reimagined vacation destination right next to Walt Disney World. At the heart of Evermore Resort is 20 acres of tropical beaches with crystal clear swimming areas featuring fun activities like a rope swing, family water slide, and more. Designed for families of all sizes, Evermore offers accommodations up to 11-bedroom homes, all with the conveniences of a hotel. Evermore is now open. Book your stay today at evermoreresort.com.
Grandma, can I have the chocolate chips?
This secret recipe moment made possible by Emory Heart and Vascular Center. When Grandma needed heart care, she came to Emory. The difference? Emory Healthcare performs more heart procedures annually than anyone else in Georgia, which means better outcomes for our patients. And we offer advanced and personalized treatments developed by our top specialists that others don't. Like Grandma knows, where you start your heart care matters. Smart Cookie. EmoryHealthcare.org/smartcookie.
What's the easiest choice you can make? Window instead of middle seat? Picking a vendor who sends a great gift basket? Outsourcing business tasks you hate? What about selling with Shopify? Whether you're selling a little or a lot, Shopify helps you do your thing, however you cha-ching. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. From the launch your online shop stage to the first real-life store stage, all the way to the did we just hit 1 million orders stage. Shopify's there to help you grow. Whether you're selling scented soap or offering outdoor outfits, Shopify helps you sell. Wherever and whatever you're selling, Shopify's got you covered. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/try. Go to shopify.com/try now to grow your business, no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/try.
What if you could have a career where the opportunities are as vast as our nation, where it's not about mission statements, but a shared mission? At U.S. Customs and Border Protection, we go beyond to protect more than borders. From ship to shore, air to ground, cities to local communities, CBP agents and officers are keeping people safe. Join U.S. Customs and Border Protection and go beyond for something far greater than yourself. Learn more at cbp.gov/careers.
Same reason why I'm mad I can't play Helldivers on my Xbox.
Right.
I mean, obviously you got PC. I can play on the PC. That ain't that big of a deal. But the fact that I have a console, I don't have a PlayStation console. Well, you know,
If you didn't have a PC, then you wouldn't even have a chance to play it at all.
play it at all. Just like the PlayStation players don't have a chance to play the Palworld
Right.
at all right now. But like I said, it is in the works. They're trying to figure out, you know, all the deals they have to do with Sony and everything. I'm sure it's not going to be an exclusive on there, like non-exclusive. It's obviously it's on Game Pass for the Xbox.
Like, it's probably not going to be on PS Plus. Like, you're probably going to buy it like you do on Steam or whatever.
$40 like it is on Steam.
Yeah. Which, I mean, as much content, I mean, yeah, you can only get to level 50, but as much content that's in that game, $40 is a steal for that game. Like, it is such a good game and so much fun that we put, I mean, just a ton of hours into. I mean, I haven't played it for a couple weeks, but that's because I really haven't had time, for one, and two, my Game Pass is up, so we haven't got to play it together. And once this raid comes out, once it's cross-platform, I won't need Game Pass. We can play together, me on Steam, you on Xbox, whatever.
Yeah, it's just insane to think that, you know, it's potentially going to be on every console minus the Switch, obviously.
And they could do it if they want to bring it cloud-based. I mean, if you think about it, Arc is on the Switch, so they could put Palworld on the Switch.
Yeah, and I mean, it would be in Pocket Pair's best interest to wind up doing that too.
Yeah.
Especially since Switch probably has a whole another year left before it gets a processor comes out in the first place.
Right. Yeah.
And how many Switch systems there is.
Yeah. Def.
And I believe it's not an E for everyone game. I think it's a T. I didn't even look at the rating.
I didn't either. I mean, I'd say what you can do in it, probably T. I mean, maybe everyone 10 and up, but I'd say probably T. Because most people, T's kind of hard to come by now.
Yeah, you don't see too many T titles.
Most of the time it's everyone 10 and up or just mature.
Yeah, because obviously when we was kids, T was the thing. Then what? Around the time we was probably right at teenage years, 13, 14 is when E for E10 Plus came out.
Yeah, because it used to be E, T, and then M.
Yeah.
Well, it's actually A first, but
yeah, for adults
only.
But now there's a certain specification to get that on your game.
Yeah, it's got to be pretty bad. It's got to be pretty bad to get adults on.
Is even the M for mature. It didn't get the A.
Yeah, and there's a lot of stuff in Baldur's Gate.
All right, kind of sticking with PlayStation, even though they was just kind of brought up on the next one. PS Plus Premium has rumors that Rockstar is potentially going to be teaming up with them.
Yep, so a new rumor suggests that PlayStation Plus might add classic titles from Rockstar, Konami, and Palworld sometime in the future. The PlayStation Plus possibility is nothing more than a rumor at this point, but its evidence is intriguing. PlayStation Plus regularly adds new games that often cover all the bases, whether it be AAA titles, indie projects, or classic games available in the premium tier. Early in March, PS Plus Essential tier added F1 23, Destiny 2 The Witch Queen, Hello Neighbor 2, and Sifu. On March 19th, the Plus and Extra tiers added NBA 2K24, the Resident Evil 3 remake, Marvel's Midnight Suns, and more. As fans await these new titles, a new rumor has emerged that might hint at some of the subscription future games. So, we've already seen, going to the actual topic, like the Rockstar rumors, we've already seen like GTA 5 come to it and leave, a couple times. Same with Game Pass, but if they make a deal with Rockstar, I might see more Red Dead Redemptions, those come, and other Rockstar games too.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of expected that in a way, especially since Microsoft took Activision.
And Microsoft has EA on their Game Pass, like EA Play too. So, and Ubisoft too. Like they have a bunch of stuff on there too. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's not uncommon to see in the video game world. Like we said, we just named off 3 that's over on Microsoft now,
right?
And major partners with and everything else. And like I said, it's not uncommon, but like we said, it's a rumor right now. It's not set in stone. Will it probably happen? I'll say there's probably an 85% probability of it actually going through.
Yeah.
And, some sort of deal like that.
As long as Rockstar gets their cut.
Yeah, which will be major, especially when GTA 6 comes out, because it could be a Call of Duty situation where PlayStation players get a certain, whatever heist or thing comes out online first.
Like a month ahead, like it used to be. Or just even a week makes a big difference. Yeah. When you're talking like GTA 6 level.
Especially if you got crossplay going on too.
Yeah.
Because then you're that much further ahead of your, competitors on the actual thing, or, at that point you're helping out teammates as well, because
right.
I know because usually the heist you're with 4 random people, or how many ever. I didn't play much GTA Online, but I'm just assuming that from what little bit I did see Colby play it was if you done a heist, you either had 4 friends or 3 friends. Obviously, you count yourself as 4.
Right.
So you'd have 4 people either be friends or I believe would be randoms if you didn't have your friends with you, and then go through knock that out. So if you had your week, month ahead, whatever, get that far ahead, because we seen it in Call of Duties too. It was okay, this person got this advantage on this, And, at that point, even Rockstar could do a thing with guns like how Call of Duty done. And be like, okay, boom, here we go. I got this gun you don't have. Because...
Like the Peacekeeper in Black Ops 2. Like that?
Yeah.
That's a big difference.
It was.
That's the only gun I used after I got the DLC.
I don't know, I used it and I used the Maverick. I like the sniper on it.
Yeah.
Alright. See how many more we can squeeze in. I can't remember if we dropped it up top there, but it is a topic on here. Xbox is dropping one of the releases set for April. So no, it wasn't on this one because it's for an April Game Pass release. Yeah. But they are dropping a day one game because the developer didn't think the game was quite ready enough for it.
Yeah. So Xbox Game Pass subscribers can look forward to playing Botany Manor on April 9th, as it will be released as a day one game. This is the third day one game confirmed for April 2024, joining Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes and Manor Lords. While the full April game lineup is not yet revealed, there are other exciting Game Pass games coming in the near future, such as Resident Evil 3 and Bloodstained Ritual of the Night.
Alright, I'm going to skip one, and because I really want to talk about this 2024 Video Game Hall of Fame finalist.
Okay.
And the list, because the list makes no sense to me. And I looked at last year's list, because I think last year was one of the first years that they done it.
Mm-hmm.
And if they're going to do something like this, they need to make it like how the professional, like, sports world does it. There should be a class of years of video games. I know you're not... Obviously, we get a decent video game that turns heads every single year. Like I said, last year we had Breath of the Wild... I mean, not Breath of the Wild. Tears of the Kingdom and Baldur's Gate 3. What we title Metacritic scores and everything else for, nearly perfect Metacritic scores and stuff. So, obviously, every single year you get breakthrough games that are amazing. But, at the same time, if they're going to do finalist stuff like this, they need to make it to where the games are relevant to each other. Like, I believe last year's main ones, which Ashton's about ready to give you the 2024 finalists or whatever, but like last year, like I said, it makes no sense time-wise because last year's running, I believe the top two was Last of Us, which was a 2013 game, and then Wii Sports, which was 2006. So there's big gaps in between, and there's going to be even bigger gaps that you're about ready to hear from Ashton right now.
Definitely. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're good games, obviously, because they're on the Hall of Fame finalist list, but yeah. All right. The 12 finalists for the World Video Game Hall of Fame this year draw from 4 decades of gaming. So, yeah, 4 different decades. From Atari Asteroids, played on coin-fed consoles and arcade, to Guitar Hero for living room rockers who compete on a plastic guitar. The 12 finalists being considered for induction into the World Video Game Hall of Fame in Rochester, New York is Asteroids, Elite, Guitar Hero, Metroid, Myst, Neopets, Resident Evil, Sim City, Tokimeki Memorial, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, Ultima, and You Don't Know Jack. And it says 3 or 4 of the finalists will be inducted in May following voting by a panel of judges and the public. So you only get 3 or 4 out of those finalists. I mean, some of those are really good games, but like you said, the timing, like, it's weird because 4 different decades, of course. Newer games are going to stand out more because they're better graphics and, stuff like that. They play better because they're newer.
Yeah.
To me, the finalists here, if you're doing, I'll do 4 because it said 3 or 4. I'll do 4. Would be Guitar Hero, Metroid, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, and Resident Evil. Like, that's my 4 there. But for somebody that grew up in the 80s playing, might pick something different. I mean, yeah, Metroid's in the 80s, but still, you know what I mean?
Well, they would definitely have asteroids on there.
Yeah, asteroids. I'm not sure what Myst is. Some of them I don't know, but
yeah.
I'm just saying.
Just
Like,
say only one different I would change from yours would be Guitar Hero, but I never got into Guitar Hero. I know you guys had it, but I didn't have it, so it's not something I just played and enjoyed per se. And then, the little bit of time we did cross and play it together, it's just like, okay, just like the whole entire PlayStation Xbox thing we were just talking about with the Rockstar, it's you had this much more of an advantage on it, so I'm just like, okay, whatever, not really my cup of tea. So like I would replace it with Asteroids just because I could play Asteroids quite a bit.
Yeah, that's fair.
But still, like I said, if they're going to do something like this, I understand the intent behind it, but you need to make it relevant and at least be in the same decade with it, not have spanning multiple decades.
Yeah, 4 decades. I mean, that's too much. Like, within the same 10 years, that's about where the maximum needs to be for me.
Yeah. Like you'd have a section for the 80s, the 90s, 2000s, 2010s, 2020s, so on and so forth. And do it once every 10 years instead of trying to make this a yearly thing.
Right. Like on 2K, you have the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s All-Stars. Like they're on separate teams, but it's just players from that specific decade. So it's just something like that they could do. I mean, I'm happy that they made Video Game Hall of Fame a thing. I mean, they definitely developers deserve, recognition for their dedicated hard work. So, but I just don't think it's fair for some of the older games that it's going to get replaced by some of the newer games just because that more people now know more about those games. So I'm not sure who's voting for these, but if it's people, I'm sure the younger generation is going to take over on the newer games, obviously. So
yeah. Which, I mean, like I said, and we don't know who's going to be in Rochester, New York to vote on these things in person. They could have people with, as young as 18 all the way up to as old as, 90. We don't know.
Right. But 18-year-olds now, like, they don't know half these games.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, too, it's one of those situations to where, like I said, Asteroids is a great game. But how do you compare it, like you said, to something so modern and everything else? Yes, it may have been revolutionary back in its day.
Back in the day.
But it's irrelevant in today's time.
Like, if I had a choice, if I'm playing Asteroids or I'm playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, I'm playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater all day.
Yeah.
I mean, not that Asteroids is not a good game, it is, but Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, man, on the PS1, that was different.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I wouldn't brag too much on the most recent games, 4 or 5.
No. 1 through 3. Especially 1 and 2 on the PS1.
But I believe that is all the time we have for today. Let us know how you guys feel about the finalist situation on our Discord.
Yeah, join our Discord or comment on YouTube.
Yep. If you listen to us on YouTube, give us a subscribe. Twitch. We got merch on Redbubble. TikTok. Well, we don't have merch on TikTok. I guess I technically could, but...
but it's on Redbubble.
But if you want to watch us in little, minute less clips of us to come watch us, that's all cool, fine, and dandy. But I think that's it. Yeah.
We appreciate Bucked Up for sponsoring today's episode, and also Marvel Strike Force for also sponsoring today's episode. And there's a link in the description for Marvel Strike Force, but it doesn't work. None of them do for anybody that's sponsored. I don't know what happened there with the advertiser, but there's also a code that you can use in the description that does work. It's MaxPool all caps. So even though our unique link does not work, you can still use that max pool and get some cool stuff in game if you want to check it out.
Later, guys.
See you guys next week.
Discover Orlando's first ever beach paradise at Evermore Resort, a completely reimagined vacation destination right next to Walt Disney World. At the heart of Evermore Resort is 20 acres of tropical beaches with crystal clear swimming areas featuring fun activities like a rope swing, family water slide, and more. Designed for families of all sizes, Evermore offers accommodations up to 11-bedroom homes, all with the conveniences of a hotel. Evermore is now open. Book your stay today at evermoreresort.com.
Grandma, can I have the chocolate chips?
This secret recipe moment made possible by Emory Heart and Vascular Center. When Grandma needed heart care, she came to Emory. The difference? Emory Healthcare performs more heart procedures annually than anyone else in Georgia, which means better outcomes for our patients. And we offer advanced and personalized treatments developed by our top specialists that others don't. Like Grandma knows, where you start your heart care matters. Smart Cookie. EmoryHealthcare.org/smartcookie.
Every day, we rise, challenging ourselves to work for what we believe in. At U.S. Border Patrol, protecting our borders is more than a job. It's a calling. Agents answer the call, working together to keep our country and communities safe. If you're ready for a new mission, join U.S. Border Patrol and go beyond. Learn more at cbp.gov/careers.